Hey guys, what is up? My name is Karen, aka cakedbybabyk, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing my no makeup look. I'm super excited about this one. It doesn't include any foundation, just a little bit of concealer, some brows, and some glow. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, before anything, we're just gonna prep the skin. I have these little cotton pads here, and I'm just gonna take some PIXI toner, and we're just going to start cleansing the face a little bit. And of course, in the morning when I wake up, I wash my face with a little bit of face wash and water, but I do like to tone as well, just to get it really clean for the day. And I mainly like to focus it in my T-zone area where I get the oiliest, so my forehead, my nose, and my chin. Okay, so that is done. Now I'm going to moisturize my skin. Right now I'm stuck on the PIXI Rose Flash Balm. It just looks like this. It's a much thicker cream. I used to use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel for the longest time just because that one's really lightweight on my skin. I am trying something new though, where I want to do thicker creams, just because I've been doing oil-free for the longest time, and I realized that my skin has gotten a lot more oilier in the T-zone, and I read something that if you're using a oil-free moisturizer, your pores are going to produce more oil to make up for that lack of moisturization, like the natural moisturization that comes from your skin and from those oils. So right now I'm trying a thicker cream, and I have to say that I'm really loving this Rose Flash Balm. I'm just using it because I had it on hand from a package they sent to me before, but I must say I really do love it. I've noticed a significant difference in my skin ever since I started using it about a week ago. Anyways, my skin has felt a lot more bouncier and supple ever since I started using this. So if you guys are looking for a nice cream from the drugstore, I really recommend it, and you can use it as a primer or a mask according to the instructions. So if you want to try out some new skincare, PIXI has a lot of great skincare. Okay, so now that we have prepped the skin, I'm just gonna let the moisturizer sink in for a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and do the brows. For my everyday type of brow, I don't like to use my Anastasia Dip Brow just because that is a little bit darker, and if I go in heavy-handed, it just gets a little bit much for my everyday type of look. So we're just gonna go in with the Pop Beauty Peak Performance Brow. This is what it looks like, and it has a spoolie on one end and the pencil on the other. I really like the shape of it. It's like a triangle, which is really nice. Just for every day, I like to use something that's from the drugstore. So we're just gonna go in and apply this onto our brows. I'm just using a super light hand when doing so. And then I'm just gonna spoolie a little bit. I'm mainly focusing on the bottom portion of the eyebrow, just because that's the part where we're gonna carve out. And I'm not gonna carve out the top like I usually do. So basically that is it for the everyday brow, for filling in at least, and I'm going to carve out the bottom. But let me fill in the other eyebrow and I'll be right back. And so now I'm just going to carve out the bottom of my brows. I'm taking my LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. I don't want to use any of my concealers just because all my concealers are like highlighting shades. So I just squeezed out like half a pump onto my hand, which you don't even really need that much. And I'm taking that on my flat concealer brush right here. And I'm just going to carve out the bottom of my brows. And let me know if you guys want an updated brow routine. I'd be happy to do one for you. And the reason I'm doing my foundation is because I don't want to use concealer and highlight underneath my brow, because that's kind of like giving it away that I'm wearing makeup. So we're using this one because it matches our skin a little bit better than the concealer. Okay, so now that we have those brows done, I feel like I can conquer the world. We're going to cover up the dark circles underneath the eyes a little bit. I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation, and I find that the shade really matches the rest of my face without any foundation. So I'm just gonna warm it up with my finger a little bit, and I'm using my ring finger because the ring finger has the least strength. And since we're working on the under eye area, that part's really delicate, so I'm just going to dab that on just so we're not being too harsh on our under eye. And again, I'm using a shade that matches my skin because you don't want to have like a super bright under eye when you're not wearing any foundation, and that's going to be like a dead giveaway of you wearing like a bunch of makeup. And there we go. Woohoo. And I'm just going to set that foundation a little bit with the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. This one's in the shade Banana. I'm just taking it on a BH fluffy powder brush. It's like a big version of the fluffy blending brush that I have from them. I love it so much. Oh wow, that's really full. But I'm just gonna dip my brush in here, tap off the excess, and then just pat it underneath the eye. Just so that foundation doesn't go anywhere. And now that we have that, I like to bronze my face a little bit just to give it a little shape. So right now we're using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm just gonna take an angled brush and just ever so lightly not contour, like just bronze the face a little bit, especially just the cheeks. And this bronzer is really good for this type of makeup look just because it's so light and you can apply it and it's not going to build up super quickly. Like, you really have to work to build it up, and it's super hard just to like mess up. So if you're a beginner, I really recommend this bronzer. It's just light enough to where it looks just like natural. And now I'm going to add a little bit of glow to my face. This is the Wet n Wild Golden Flower Crown highlight. I'm just going to take my Morphe M501 highlighting brush, and I'm just going to get the tops of my cheekbones really lightly. I'm not going to go hard. And I usually just hit the cheekbones with that, maybe a little bit on the nose, but not too much, just because I get really oily around the nose and I don't want it to be like bing, you know? Alright you guys, and that is the finished look. It's super minimal and super perfect for everyday wear. If you just want to be out of the house in like 10 minutes or less, this is totally the look for you. I didn't put on any foundation and I think it looks pretty nice, if I do say so myself. If you do have any acne spots, I would say to just conceal it a little bit with like some stick foundation and just use like your fingers and then set it with like a little bit of powder. And if you want to set it even further, you can take a setting spray and just like spray your face all over. Since I didn't do that much complexion stuff, I'm not going to set my face just because I don't really feel the need to. And I know a lot of people put mascara on for everyday, which you can totally do if you have nice curly lashes, but I have stick straight Asian lashes and I don't really see the point of putting on mascara because it doesn't really look like anything anyway, so I often opt out of that. But yeah, let me know if you guys would like more everyday tutorials, and let me know about the updated brow routine if you guys would like to see that as well. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, all that good, and I will see you guys in my next video.